Hey YouTube world, Savvy Dirt Farmer here. Just wanted to do another video today. Another very cold West Tennessee day. Snowing again today, about 12 degrees this afternoon, about as cold as it ever gets here. And I'm taking some time to create a YouTube channel that I hope will be helpful going forward to you guys out there looking for meaningful, hands dirty, in your own yard side work. That's right. We're talking about small nurseries on your own property. Now, sometimes when we think about nurseries, we think about giant greenhouses and acres of land and expensive garden centers, maybe even the big box stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Menards, places that have all of these tens of thousands of expensive plants for sale. No. That's not what we're talking about at all. We're talking about a manageable size nursery that you can do in your own yard. If you've got any space at all in your yard, think about whether or not you have grass to mow. If you've got an area of even a few hundred square feet, 10 by 10, 20 by 20, I mean, just a few square feet to work with, you can make this side hustle happen in your own yard. That's right. So I'm often asked, because I share about my yard nursery often on Facebook and different finance groups I'm in and different side hustle groups I'm in, an entrepreneur group that I'm in, and I share this side hustle with people quite often, and I get asked question after question after question. It always is among the better topics that come up for conversation. I think part of that is because so few people have heard of it as a side hustle. But anyway, people are very curious to know, how much money can you actually make with a small nursery right out of your own backyard? And you know, that is actually an outstanding question. How much money can you make in a small nursery? Well, there is no exact answer. I mean, how much money can you make doing anything? Well, maybe a little tiny bit of money, maybe a great deal of money. But how much can you make is really not the right question to ask, because you can make millions, literally, you can make millions of dollars in a nursery, or you could lose what you have and whatever inputs you have and whatever money you've put into it, you could lose it all. Now, I'm not suggesting in any way that you have to put up a lot of money up front to start a nursery, but you could lose it, or you could gain and gain and gain. How much can you make is not really a great question to make, is not really a great question to ask, but really, how much am I likely to make with my setup? Yeah, everybody's setup is different. Everybody's yard is different. Everybody lives in a different place. Some people live in populated areas, rural areas. Some people have gigantic properties to work with. Some people have a patio. So how much money can you make? Well, let me just throw a couple of ideas out here for this. My backyard nursery is maybe 2,000 square feet. I've never actually measured it, and if I even condense that down more, I can tell you that it would be less than that. And as the weather warms up, as we get into the spring and as we get into the growing and selling season, I'm going to show you my nursery. Just making some videos from inside my barn today because it is cold. That being said, in my 2,000 square foot setup, this last year, 2020, pandemic year, I sold just under $10,000 in plants from my nursery. Now, I'm not telling you that I profited $10,000, but in that, my profit was about $6,000 to $7,000, and I can do a whole lot better than that. Now, there are always a million variables. I'm still learning about this. I could have easily sold more than that if I had more plants to sell. If I were better at turning the plants over, if I were more efficient at managing my own space, I could have easily made double that, easily, in just a few weeks in March, April, and May this spring. So what if you don't even have 2,000 square feet? What if you only got 1,000 square feet? What if you've only got a patio? You can still take advantage of your space. If you're interested in growing, if you're interested in doing something unique, take advantage of your space, and you can easily make, say, $1,000 out of a 20 by 20 or a 10 by 15, even a very small area. You would be shocked at how much money you can earn right out of your yard. There are people who I know who have very small nurseries, and I'm not talking about a big business down on the edge of town that has regular hours and has employees. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who use their own property for their nursery. And I know people personally who do 20, 30, 40,000 a year. I know people who are doing over 100,000 in sales a year. I know a guy that does over $200,000 in sales a year right out of his own yard. Now, he has a big yard. He's got 2 or 3 acres he's working with. But yes, you can make this work. The question for all of us, the question for me is, am I committed to learning a new process? If you need $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 quick, and you're looking for side work to have this money in the next couple of weeks, this is not for you. But if you're looking for something long-term that you can grow and grow and grow, that you can make consistent returns on and run as a consistent business from your property year after year after year after year, then small nursery growing right in your own yard just might be the thing for you. The biggest thing you have to know is that you don't have to have a green thumb. You just have to be willing to learn. And I'm going to tell you everything that I know in these videos. How much do you need to make? How much do you want to make? How much can you make? How much are you willing to commit, even when things don't go well? Isn't that always really the question that we have to answer? Listen, guys, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be making more and more and more videos as the month goes on, as the spring goes on, as the growing season progresses. And I look forward to sharing my nursery with you guys. And hopefully many of you will join in along the way and participate in the discussion and learn a lot. Hope you all are having a good day. Talk to you soon. Savvy Dirt Farmer here. See you next time.